Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Lion. Today is day 73, and for this video I'm going to do some coding. This is a lot of fun stuff. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't really make a lot of websites with divs. I usually have stuck with tables and they work great. I don't know why anybody would want to use anything else other than tables, because it does exactly what you want. And divs, I don't know. I mean, they do what you want, but it seems to be like a lot more work. So, I don't know. I think I'll just try making something with divs and see what happens. So, here's a div. A div is like a little container, and you put stuff in it. Hi there. Here's some stuff. So, I'll upload this, and we'll look at my page that I've made. Hi there, here's some stuff. And supposed to make it a class. So class is a identifying name. So we'll call this the main div. And CSS. Add. Create a new CSS file. Sounds great. And we'll link it, so I'll put in a new CSS folder, and we'll call it line detail new. Boom. Okay. And so in here, now I'll make a class for div. There we go. So there it is, and then we'll set width. So the width will be 1000 pixels. Bam. And then I will upload both files. Alright, but right now you can't tell that it's 1000 pixels width because there's no differentiator between my container div and the background. So let's do something about that. I'm gonna open up this window a little bit more so we can see more properties. And let's edit the body div. Boop. Body. And we're on body. We're gonna change the background color. And we'll make it oh, what's a good color? RGB. 00FF. No. FF00. Let's try 0000AA. Okay. And then we'll upload and save. Yes. So I'm using Adobe Dreamweaver to do my code editing. Oh wow, that's harsh. Alright. And then let's go back to my other div. What is it? Main div. How do I open it up? How do I open it up? More. More? How do I get to it? Oh. I guess that's the new way to do it, is to type it. That's sort of annoying. I think in the past I used to be able to just double click on it. But okay. So we got width. Let's add another background property. Boom. Hashtag, and then we're gonna make it all white. FF. And then we'll upload it again and save again. Yep. There we go. So now my div is in white. But now we see that there's also a padding margin thing going on. So let's go and edit our thing one more time. I wonder if there's a way to just see all of the CSS. Yeah, I don't see that as an option. Current? No. Alright, well that's okay. Let's go to body. And I guess every time you click on something, it automatically shows up over here. So I guess that's sort of cool. All right, so let's see, padding, and we'll make that 0px. And hit tab. We'll type in margin. Make that 0px. All right, and then let's upload it. Okay, I didn't do anything. So let's go back to the main div, and let's put some padding. Oh, it doesn't have that option. Oh, we're still on something else? Maybe. Oh. For some reason that's why, because I modified the main div and not the body tag. So, there we go. Now let's upload that, and that should have done it. Boom. Great. Alright. So we're getting there, guys. So now, let's center our div. There we go. Now my div is centered, but the text is also centered. So I believe we have to stick on a piece of code that says text-align left. So let's do that. Text align left. There we go. So I did that. Great. So one of the things in divs that I can't seem to figure out how to do easily with, like, how I could do tables. With tables, you can just set 3 columns. It's real simple. You put TD, 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 boom, boom, boom. So 3 separate columns in one table. But with divs, you have to like put 3 different divs inside of a div. So let's do that. So we'll do div 1. And we'll give it a class name of left div. Another class, right div. And you have to do some sort of floating or something a little silly. So I'm not 100% sure how this works. So let's just keep going. Alright, class equals middle, or center div, I should say. Alright. Okay. So we've got our divs, and in the right div, that's where I usually put my news. So news, I'll type news inside. Left div is where I put my menu system. So menu, and the center is where the center content goes. Alright, so let's add, so we've got main.div, right.div. Great. Alright. Align. Let's see if it's align. Nah, I think it's float. Float. And we're going to the right. Okay, great. And since we have that one, I'm going to copy and paste that. And then we'll make a left one. And we'll upload that. But we have to upload the main HTML file too. So there we go. So we see that the news is to the right and the center content is still in the left. So center, now we have to align that one too. And I'm not sure how to do that. Center. So I don't think you could use floats. I think you have to use a padding or a margin or something. Margin auto. padding 0 px. Let's see what happens. No, that didn't work. I'm also going to get rid of the hi there, here's some stuff, because we don't need that anymore. So we've got our menu on the left, we've got center content not going in the center yet, and news. You know what maybe we need to do? Maybe we need to give some sizes. So our main div is 1000 pixels. Let's make our right div have 200 pixels. And our left div will have 200 pixels. And then our center div will have 600 pixels. Alright, so it looks like it moved. Wow, so did we already make our 3 columns? Was it that easy? I don't believe it. I don't believe it one bit. Alright. So another thing that's occurring right now is right now we've got our divs, and we've got this really thin height. And nobody wants that. We want it to stretch all the way from the top to the bottom. So the way that this should work, at least with HTML and tables, I know tables will definitely work if I did this. Let's see if it'll work now with CSS. So this is height colon 100% semicolon to break off the code. So let's all. Alright. Nope, it did not go and do what I wanted it to do. I don't know why. So there's one other thing I could think of. Let's make sure that the body tag has a height of 100% and a width 100%. I don't even know if this is stuff that you're supposed to be able to use in here. WIDTTH. I guess I can't use it, but I'm going to upload it anyway and see just what happens. Nothing happens. Okay. So maybe you're not allowed to use that code inside of a body tag. So you could put height. Okay, I'm going to stick with the height. And we'll put it in there. Okay, there is one other thing. I know that there's a way to put in something that says bottom, and then you can put 0px. And what it supposedly means, if I remember correctly, is that it'll be 0 pixels. Whatever div you make will be 0 pixels from the bottom. But it didn't work. And we'll make top 0 pixels as well. So this way it's forced to being at the top and the bottom. And then let's also do position absolute. There we go. Whoa. Alright, so we almost got what we wanted. Almost. But for some reason, the div is back to the left side. So the only thing I could think of is that because absolute sort of overrides some other code, how can we make this work? I think we need to put it inside of another div. So let's do that. And the div, and my past experience with messing around with the HTML code and CSS and divs, is that you need to have a container. So we're going to make a container div. Container div. And in this one, we're going to make the width 100%, the height 100%. Why is it every time I type one of these codes it gets, oh, we set it with a semicolon. Is that the reason why the width one didn't work? Okay, let's do that. We have a semicolon already. Yeah, that's why. The width would have worked if I would have typed a semicolon after the height tag. So, boom. But I don't think that's going to change anything now anyway. We already know that the other thing works. So let's say we got our container. And we're going to put text align equals center. Semicolon. So now we have to make a new div. Div class container div, and then close all of this other stuff inside of it, upload it. Oh, and then let's also get rid of this center tag just in case we don't want it to mess anything up. And then refresh. Okay, so far that didn't work. You know what we'll also do? We're going to do position absolute, also inside of our container div. And test. No. Okay. We put cat text align center. Main div text align left. Okay, let's see what happens if we get rid of that. Alright, so really it's aligning text. Okay. Alright, so our margin is 0. You know what we're going to do is we're going to put a margin of auto. Okay. And let's see, padding. Can I put auto in here? Are we able to put any align sort of thing? Align content? Center? I've never seen this CSS code before. Let's see what happens. No. And let's see if we can put 50% as our padding. Oh. Yeah. No. Alright, let's change that to margin. Will that do anything? Oh, nope. Okay. So, we've got our container div, and everything is inside. And so for the 3 columns are working out fine. And you know what? We need to put it in some colors, so this way we know that it is working the way we want it to work. So left div, background color. And we'll do RGB. So FF, we'll make it DD, semicolon. And don't forget your hashtag in front of it, because we want to make sure that the code is proper. And we've got our center div. So we'll make that DDFF and blue for the final one on the right. And I was just realizing something. That perhaps the reason why our code isn't working properly is because we don't have all this other stuff here. So let's make sure that we have it properly coded. Gotta put our class names for all of the other things here. And then we'll upload. And then we'll refresh. Okay, cool. Alright, so the one issue that we see here is that our height is not going 100%. So let's add in the height. Height 100%. We'll do that for all of them. And upload. And refresh. There we go. Now we've got a 3-column div. Excellent. Not so bad. I have a feeling the one thing that it's going to suck is when I go to look at this on like my phone or something, like it's not going to show up. Oh, I just realized that I typed something wrong here. PX. Okay. I think I realize what it is. So you have to put padding is 50%. Okay, so if we put padding as 50%, what's going to happen is it's going to move our div over to the right 50%. And then we have to put in on our margin for this one here. I think it starts from the top. So let's say 0px, 0px, so it goes to the right. 0px for the bottom, and then negative 50%. Let's see if that works. Oi. Almost. Almost. Alright. Let's just do this normally here. Alright, instead of doing a actual value, I'm going to do a pixel amount. So the reason I'm doing this is, so I'm saying that the padding of the container, of the inside container, is 50%. So whatever the container is, it has to have 50% of it, has to move everything to the right. So this could be totally wrong, but I'm going to test it out. That looks like it worked. So you need to do a margin of negative 500 px, which is half of the width of the container. So let's just open this up like so, and so far it looks like that. It looks like, you know, if I change the size of this, it's moving. So that's good. Great. Good job. Pat myself on the back. Alright, so I made my 3-column div, and I'm happy. So that's my HTML CSS div coding for the day. That's news for now. If you like what you see, leave a comment and subscribe. And I'll speak to y'all tomorrow. Bye bye.